Alright, back to another video with me, and today in this video I want to discuss with you about 3 different life hacks that I was able to figure out with the help of the OpenAI platform ChatGPT, and I was able to implement each and everything in the real time with the help of React as my native programming language. Have you ever heard about the ilovepdf.com and JPEG to PDF converter.com? I know all those websites used to be free at one time, but nowadays all those websites are not free. Either they have a limitation where you can just convert about 5 files in a day, or you need to pay them something after signing up on their official website. But hey, I know a lot of people are lazy and they're not able to find out the exact tools online. I know it might be on the 3rd page of Google, might be on the 5th page of Google, or on the 10th page of Google, and they need to open each and every of those websites in able to use those tools. But I know you are lazy, and for you I have created this video so that you can create your own tools using ChatGPT, and trust me, it is going to blow away your mind. The number one application that I want to talk about is the Compressor application. So over here in front of me I have this chat.openai.com, and let us ask a very simple question to chat.openai. As you can see over here, I have already asked a question that write a simple React code where a user can upload a JPEG image, compress it, and hit download button to download that image. Write the code under a single app.js file, and there is a reason for that. I know React is more efficient if we have different components, but you are a fresher, right? You do not know how to code, so I do not want to confuse you by creating 10 different components and importing them into the app.js files. So here you have your Visual Studio Code, you have ChatGPT, and all you need to do is that you need to create a project by installing React on your PC, and then once the project is created, you can create your own files, your own components, and so on. So as you can see over here, npx create React app JPEG compressor final, and this is the final project that I created with the help of the library that I just mentioned. So it will take some time for this project to be completed and created, and once we are on our project, we can go to open the file, and from there we can open this JPEG compressor final folder. And as you can see over here, the project is loaded on our Visual Studio Code. And now let us go to chat.openai.com, install the browser image compressor library, and copy pasting that library, going to our terminal and typing npm install browser image compression. It will take some time to download the libraries, and here we go. Now we can go back to chat.openai.com again and copy the code. Now as you can see over here, I have copied the entire code as it is with no changes whatsoever, and I can hit on the save, and then I can go to the terminal back again and click on npm start, and now you can see that it is trying to load the website on my Google Chrome, and here we go. Now we can click on choose the file option, and it will take us to our file explorer, and from here we can open the image and click on the compress button and download. I know this is not a real-time application and it is not giving you options like loading and so on, but hey, we have an image that is compressed, and I want to show you that if that image was actually compressed or no. So looking over here, we can see that the actual size of this image was about 1.4 MB, and here is our compressed image, and the size is about 750 KB on the disk. So hey, this thing works. This is a real-time hack, and now you do not have to pay any subscription. You do not have any limitations whenever you want to compress any sort of JPEG file on your own computer. So this is what I was telling you about. Now on to the second life hack is a JPEG to PDF converter, and this one is here for all those lazy people who never made their resume by their own. They ask their cousins, their relatives, and their friend to make one. They print it out and they forget it somewhere, and even if they have that physical paper, every time they're clicking photographs, and then they're like, hey, the specific company is asking me for a resume in the PDF format, and this is where this application comes in handy. So for all those lazy people, here is the question that I asked ChatGPT. Write a simple React code to upload a JPEG document, convert it into PDF, and allow to download the converted file using a button. Make it under one app.js file and include a app.css too. Also make sure we are using an active and maintained npm library. Now this was very important because if it is not the active and maintained library, we could get into a lot of issues and that actual software would never boot up. So here is the code, and we can see that these people have used JSPDF and JSPDF auto table as the libraries, as the npm libraries to perform the action. And again, it is using the states, creating all the different functions, creating different constructors, and giving us a meaningful output that we can use for our own use. So over here you can see that it has already created this entire document for us to read and follow, and it has given us a CSS file as well, and it has given us all the libraries that we can install on our actual project. So from here, as we can see that I'm creating a new npx create react app and naming it as JPEG to PDF. Now it will take some time to complete again, and we are on our Visual Studio Code. So let us open this thing under React and JPEG to PDF converter. So now as the project is set up on our Visual Studio Code, let us go back to chat.openai.com and install the libraries. So copying the desired library and going to the terminal on our Visual Studio Code and submitting it into our terminal. So again, it will take some time, and after that the library is installed, we can actually go back to our code and click on copy the code. Now pasting it under our app.js directory and hitting on save. Now we can also copy the contents of the CSS file into our app.css component. Now we can go to our terminal again and putting in the command npm start and hitting enter. So now we are taken to our actual Chrome, and it is trying to load our software. Now as you can see over here, I'm choosing a file XYZ. So this is a JPG file and I can convert it into PDF. So as I hit over convert, it has already given us a PDF that opens into our Chrome browser, and we can download it from the top right hand corner. So this is something that is very handy if you're converting any JPG to PDF for sending a resume to your employer. So yeah, that was another life hack for the maintained lifestyle that not everyone would want to have. Now on to the next application is also a very interesting life hack, converting the PNG files to the JPEG format. And I know this is very handy because a lot of times you want to upload something somewhere, but a lot of websites have constraints about just using the JPEG file. Maybe you are using an XYZ site to create a YouTube thumbnail, and now you realize that the images that you have are in the PNG format, but now this site accepts only the JPEG format. And I know for all those lazy people, they will skip on those images and try searching the new ones. But over here we have a free software where we can convert all those PNG images to JPEG file, and we do not have to pay anyone for the limitations whatsoever. So again, I asked a question to this chat.openai.com where they can take a file in a PNG format or any format, and they can convert that any formatted file to the JPG one. And as we can see over here, this one over here is also using states, and at the same time it is using save as library, that is an npm library, and a very common one that is used. Now heading back to our terminal again and asking it to create a new application. So npx create react app convert to JPEG. Now it will take some time. Now we can go to the Visual Studio Code, we can go to React, and we can import that project into our Visual Studio Code. Now all we need to do is that we need to go to our chat.openai.com, copy paste the libraries that we need to install, paste it under the terminal of our Visual Studio Code, and from here we can see it has already completed. Now we need to copy the code, so we can go to the app.css file that this ChatGPT option created for us, copy it over here, hitting the save button and going back to the terminal and then npm start and press enter. Now as you can see, we are on our Chrome browser and here we have this whole application created. So convert image to JPEG. Now we can choose a file. In here I have chosen this file over here, and clicking on convert to the JPEG, it is converting this, and hitting on download, we can download this thing and we have this thing converted. So these were the 3 applications, the 3 life hacks that I created for you with the help of ChatGPT. And trust me, for all those lazy people who want to save some money, who do not want to go to each and every link on Google to search for those free applications, this one is the best tool that you can use in the everyday life. If you are an engineer, you want to be an engineer, you are a doctor, you are in any profession, you need these 3 life hacks to make your life a bit more easier. So that was me, Anshul. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.